Hello, it's June 14th, and I want to give an update on the snow conditions in the Sierra right now. And this, I'm not trying to talk down to people who have the skills, but anybody that doesn't have the skills to hit up in the Sierra the next few weeks needs to learn the skills because it's going to be outright dangerous for the next few weeks. The conditions on the JMT right now are downright dangerous, and I'll tell you why. So I'm going to give a shout out to Chocolate Balls. Chocolate Balls is doing the PCT right now, and he's been posting some pretty good videos. He crossed Forester Pass about a week ago and has some video of that. There were some steps kicked into the dangerous chute up there on Forester Pass. Very few people are going through there right now. But we had snow last weekend, and the highways were closed for chain removal. We got like another foot of snow, so those conditions can change. So check out Chocolate Balls. He went over about a week ago. There's some good footage of some stream crossings that are normally simple in the summer, but right now they're dangerous. But on his videos, the streams look difficult now, but they're going to get way worse because let me tell you a few things about the spring thaw. The real spring thaw hasn't hit yet. We've been delayed. We've had real cool weather out here in California. But we are expecting to be in the hundreds here in the Sacramento Valley next week. And the thaw is going to be on big time starting in the next couple days. So double the stream size crossings you're seeing in Chocolate Ball's video. The streams are going to be impassable actually till probably 3 or 4 more weeks. So if you have designs on doing the JMT, you got lucky and got a June 30th permit, you're not going to be able to get across those streams. If you do attempt streams, try to practice safe stream crossings. Find a big, slow, deep meadow to cross with as little current as possible. Might be over your head. The streams are at the banks right now. So you'll see in Chocolate Ball's videos, what makes stream crossings difficult right now, even though they're not as high as they're going to be in a couple weeks, is there's snowbanks on either side. So you got to jump off a snowbank, cross, and then climb up a snowbank on the other side. And if you get swept in the current, you don't know what's downstream, there might be a snow bridge and you get swept under it, you're done. Same thing with crossing a snow bridge that's not really firm. Unless you really know how to read the snow, you are putting yourself in danger. So if you have loved ones at home, think twice about doing the JMT right now. If the hot weather continues, it's possible by about mid-July, things will start getting more reasonable and safer up there. June 20th is the longest day of the year. So that's ultraviolet rays, longest time that they're going to be melting the snow. That's going to usually the peak of the snow melt. There's tons of snow up there right now at the higher elevations. And there's all kinds of things to worry about with snow in the mountains. You better know how to use an ice axe if you go in the next few weeks, because those canyons and passes that you go over in the summer that are simple, they might be on a ledge. If they have a 40% run out and you start falling and you can't stop yourself and you're going off a cliff into a boulder field, and solo is out of the question right now. You need somebody around to get help after you fall down with it. So you should be thinking about bringing ice axes, bringing full-on crampons. Micro spikes aren't going to do now. Maybe in a couple weeks with the hot weather, the snow will get softer, but you got to check conditions. But ice axe is useless unless you know how to use it. I have had to self-arrest where if I didn't know how, I would have been seriously injured. So it's got to be instinctual. When you go down, you got to self-arrest. You can do it carefully. The PCTers do it carefully. There are not many coming through right now. I just saw on VVR Vermilion Valley Resorts website, they just welcomed 9 PCTers so far this year. And they're probably starting to trickle in now, but like I said, the snow melt's been a little slow this year. So just be careful out there. Stream crossings, I'm going to stress this again, the things that are easy that you've done in the past, the last few years, June was possible on the JMT. July was totally reasonable. We're about a month behind, at least maybe more, typical conditions. Stream crossing, super dangerous, most likely way to die. Snow's bad enough, but stream crossings are dangerous. There's already been 2 deaths in Yosemite I'll guarantee you 10 people will go over waterfalls in Yosemite this year. It happens every year. There was one a week ago. Hiker was up with the church group, went over Nevada Falls. Another guy fell off the Mist Trail, which is the lower part of the John Muir Trail, and slipped into the river. High river, they won't find that body for probably several weeks. If you get stuck in a big stream, even getting water on a stream shore, very dangerous. So I just want to stress, I'm telling you this because I would not be in the Sierra in the next few weeks unless it was an out and back trip. I wouldn't plan any big river crossings. So the ones that come to mind are like Mono Creek, Evolution, Bear Creek. Those are the big ones. But sometimes the hardest ones are the little crossings. They might only be 5 feet wide. Chocolate Balls has a good video of Tyndall Creek crossing, which is usually not that big a deal. It's not very wide, but it's got runouts into snow bridges, and it's hairy stuff. So be careful. Updates on the snow right now. There's a shitload of snow up high. Tuolumne Meadows probably not going to be open till July. Yosemite just said, screw it, we're not even open the backcountry high Sierra camps. It's going to be so late in the season, it's not even worth it to open those camps. Tioga Pass Road, the snowplows just met last week from each end, but they have lots of clearing to do. That's probably not, Tioga Pass isn't going to be open for the next couple of weeks. So if you're planning on starting from Tuolumne Meadows, like late June, that's probably about, you better check to see if you can even get there. So lots of stuff going on with snow. Check out the snow conditions. A lot of PCTers have good condition updates on what's going on. So if you haven't walked on snow, you have to know how to read snow. You have to be able to know how to read a slope. You have to know something like a tree well where the sun heats it, or a rock sticking out of the snow. You stay away from those. If you get next to one of those spots where the sun hits it, it warms up the snow around it. It looks like it's safe, but you can fall through that. I've had friends fall through snow where if they were solo, they couldn't get out. We've had to dig people out. So there's more to snow travel than just walking on snow. You have to know how to read the snow. So I know this sounds preachy, but it's going to be a rough year until about mid-July. So I don't know what the weather's going to be like. If the weather stays hot, mid-July should be about the first time it should be passable. Think about where you're starting from. So if you're starting in Happy Isles or Tuolumne Meadows, you're not going to hit like the Bear Creek crossing for another 10 days, and you should be good then. But you're still going to hit a lot of snow. All the passes are going to have snow through August this year. So you're going to be crossing snow. It shouldn't be difficult. By August you should be good, but you're still going to be on snow. You won't need crampons or ice axes in that time frame. But until mid-July, I would seriously bring some kind of self-arrest device because it's going to be nasty. And this year, it's going to be, navigation is going to be really, really tough until probably late July, August. Because the trail, a lot of long sections of the trail are going to be covered. And there's footprints that go all over the place, but that doesn't mean you know where that guy before you went. There actually was a death on Mount Whitney, on the main Mount Whitney trail a couple weeks ago, where somebody followed some footsteps, got up above Outpost Camp, which has a big cliff up above it. They got off trail and slipped down a snowshoot and died. So just by not getting lost, getting split up, you got to stay with your hiking groups. You're going to need each other. Teamwork is really important on this. So basically, this message is about being safe, being smart. Don't want to scare you away, but brush up on your stream crossing skills, your snow skills, your self-arresting skills. Watching YouTube videos like this stranger here isn't enough. You need to actually have hands-on skills. Like, you can watch some videos on how to self-arrest, but if you haven't actually got a chance to go do it, you're not going to be able to do it when you really need to do it. So if you're going in the next couple of weeks, you better learn how to do that. And the way you practice, learn the techniques, get some books. Better yet, take a class. There's a guy named Ned Tidbits who teaches a bunch of outdoor classes around Southern Sierras. You'll have to Google him. But at the very least, if you go up to like Horseshoe Meadows or Onion Valley and find a slope and practice self-arrest. And that's not just forward falling, it's backwards on your back, feet first out from under you, sideways, there's a lot of different techniques. So that will save your life. But right now, number one fear is stream crossing, getting lost, getting hurt, and going solo. Don't go solo now. Wait till, or when you get out there, make sure you team up with somebody, especially at stream crossings. And remember at stream crossings, if they're too high, look for an alternate route, walk way up and down the streams, or just camp there, wait until the following morning. But don't wait till 10 o'clock in the morning. You don't want to sleep in that day. You want to get up at 5 in the morning because that's when the stream levels are the lowest. And that if you get up at 5 in the morning and the stream's too high, you got to turn around. So make wise decisions. Be safe. Sierras are beautiful in the snow. I'm not up there right now because it's just too... I might do like a weekend trip in the snow somewhere, but I'm not going to attempt something like the JMT. I'm not super skilled, but I have some skills. I'm experienced with snow travel. I have crampons and an ice axe. It's a fun thing for me on a weekend, but a 15, 20-day trip in the snow, post-holing, that's not fun. But you do get the solitude. It's beautiful. The waterfalls everywhere are incredible. That part is cool, and you'll actually have some solitude out there. Mosquitoes are going to be a nightmare this year. Doesn't it sound fun? It is. It really is fun. But like I said, this is a warning for everybody to be prepared, be safe, and have fun. Happy hiking.